Hello, everybody, and welcome to the X Factor with the Crypto Hipster. This is the Crypto Hipster, where I bring you global news, analysis, insights, and my commentary from the world of crypto regulation and policy. Ugh, sounds like a lot, right? Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. Actually, I do it every single Friday. And this is episode 66, season 4, episode 6. And we are inundated because today is the day that the SEC may approve or most likely not approve Bitcoin spot ETF. And today's the decision day. And, my show is a little bit later than usual because I'm waiting. But, the show must go on. And we don't have word yet as of, a little after 1 o'clock here on Friday. So we're going to go with the regular daily weekly news here and talk about stuff. And then, if the insights happen, if the SEC's decision occurs during the course of the of recording, I will bring it to you live. It'd be amazing. But let's kick things off. And let's talk about global news first, as we always do. Global securities body IOSCO unveils crypto regulatory framework proposals. Okay, so what's this IOSCO? The IOSCO is the International Organization of Securities Commission, and they provide an explanation of their regulatory expectations. The IOSCO oversees global securities markets and has released its conclusive, I love when they use these definite words, conclusive report containing policy suggestions for crypto and digital asset markets. The suggestions within the report play a crucial role in formulating a unified global regulatory approach to address the substantial risks to investor protection and market integrity posed by centralized crypto asset intermediaries known as crypto asset service providers, or CASPs. In Dubai, they're called VASPs, but around the world, they're called CASPs. CASPs, the friendly ghost recommendations, provide a thorough explanation of regulatory expectations. According to the report they published, these expectations can be addressed by applying existing rules or creating new ones, depending on the jurisdiction. The aim is to tackle the identified critical areas of harm in these markets. So what do they say? The recommendations cover areas including conflicts of interest, market manipulation, cross-border risks, regulatory cooperation, custody and client asset protection, operational and technological risk, and retail access, sustainability or suitability and distribution. So what are they saying? They are saying, I don't have the answer. I just tell you what they are. So it looks like they have formed, and they are looking at crypto. Congratulations. Another bureaucratic entity has now exist in the world. All right. Good job, guys. All right. Let me know your thoughts. They have unveiled their proposals. They are looking to make regulations. They are looking to be bureaucratic. And let's go into something that actually works. Well, actually not. I have another article about global news here about the IMF. So that doesn't work either. But let's talk about it. The IMF head, CBDCs can replace cash, help financial inclusion. Central bank digital currencies can replace cash, they say. During the opening speech at the Singapore FinTech Festival, International Monetary Fund Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva urged the public sector to keep preparing to deploy central bank digital currencies and related payment platforms in the future. Georgieva expressed her optimism about the implementation of CBDCs worldwide, but said, "We have not yet reached the land." I guess she's in the water, right? And there's still much uncertainty. She says adoption of CBDCs is nowhere close, but about 60% of countries are exploring them in some form today. Georgieva believes CBDCs can replace cash, offer resilience in advanced economies, and improve financial inclusion in underbanked communities. According to Georgie Ava, CBDCs can coexist with private money, being its safe and low-cost alternative. She also highlighted the importance of technological infrastructure in CBDC projects, personal data protection, and even the possible role of artificial intelligence. Let me know your thoughts on the matter. Actually, should be pretty straightforward. On CBDCs, are they CBDCs good? Are they bad? Is the dollar good or bad? Let me know what you think, and then we're going to talk about Gary, our favorite creature, character, antagonist, whatever. Gary Gensler. Ripple lawyers urge fact check of Gary Gensler's speech. Says SEC action seen as shady. Oh, come on. You think Gary Gensler's shady? Come on, man. Oh, no. He's clean as a whistle, as a referee's whistle in a sports game that needs to be shaved. No, I'm sorry. Wait, what does that say? I'm saying. And Gary Gensler reiterated the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commissioner's mandate in a speech. Ripple's lawyer and various crypto community members responded, criticizing the SEC chair and arguing that the commissioner's words contradict his actions. On SEC chair Gary Gensler shared a video of him conducting a speech at the 2023 Securities Enforcement Forum. In the speech, he highlighted the words of the first SEC chair, Joe Kennedy, saying that the government agency should be partners of honest business and prosecutors of dishonesty. Wait a minute. Partners of honest business and your friends at FTX, right? Right, Gary? Your friends at FTX, honest business, okay, and prosecutors of dishonesty. One of the most honest projects was Library, but they were honest, and you prosecuted the honest. You got it backwards. You got it backwards. You should kind of like follow like your own advice and not speak out of the back of your head. Like, what the post on X, formerly Twitter, so community members, including Ripple Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderoty, who's currently engaged in a legal battle against the SEC. According to Alderoty, the SEC chair's recent remarks should be fact-checked. He's right. And that Gensler has prejudged crypto and has filed suit against others without investigation. He's right. Like I just said, he's saying one thing and doing the exact opposite. How do we get these people into office that don't belong there and like you can't get rid of them? I don't know. Part of the U.S. Constitution, right? Let me know your thoughts on the U.S. Constitution. Is it still applicable? Does it work? And if it works and it's supposed to work, then why is this Buster Brown still employed? Next, U.S. Congress members urge financial authorities to invalidate SEC's SAB 121. SAB 121, what's that? Let's find out. Several members of the United States Congress have submitted a memo urging key financial authorities, including the chair of the board of the Federal Deposit Insurance Commission and the acting comptroller of the currency, to provide guidance or take action clarifying that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission staff bulletin 121, SAB 121, is not enforceable following a recent Government Accountability Office finding. In the memo, the Congress members stated that SAB 121 should have no legal effect and that the federal banking agencies and National Credit Union Administration should not require banks, credit unions, and other financial institutions providing custody services for digital assets to comply. Well, that sounds promising. SAB 121 states that the crypto assets of bank customers should be held on the bank's balance sheet, reflecting the value of the assets and requiring capital to be maintained against them. Industry representatives and several U.S. lawmakers have argued that it jeopardizes the willingness of regulated banks to act as crypto custodians and treats crypto holdings differently than other assets. The crypto does not belong to the bank. Well, JPM coin belongs to JPM. obviously, right? Wells Fargo had a coin, the Wells Fargo coin, right? But Bitcoin is open to the public, man. You know that. How does people get into office? We got to ask that question. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, let's go over to Europe where things make sense. Making sense is very important. Okay, let's go. Let's start with Germany. The German parliament member, staunch opponent of digital euro, and is all in on Bitcoin. Sounds good. Okay, who is that? The European Union has been actively preparing for what it envisions as the future of money in the past year. It finalized its landmark comprehensive crypto legislation, the Markets in Crypto Asset Regulation, which is due to take effect in 2024 after closing its second consultation in October. It has also made progress in its plans to introduce a central bank digital currency, CBDC, which is coming to fruition as a digital euro. The Nederlandse Bank, the central bank of the Netherlands, has described it simply as an electronic form of public money. Many local regulators are embracing the digital euro and touting its potential benefits, though not everyone is on board. In a recent survey in Spain, which I've already mentioned, Spain should stick to food, 75% of Spaniards said that they are not interested in using digital euro, but their food is good. Paella, yummy. Slovakia's parliament even passed a measure in June that amended its constitution to codify a citizen's right to pay for goods and services with cash in the face of impending digital currency. Okay. In Germany, one local politician is not only against the digital euro, but is offering another digital solution for a financial revolution. Bitcoin. Wow. That's a shock, right? No, it is Bitcoin. Joanna Kotar, member of the Bundestag, the German federal parliament, and a Bitcoin activist, said during her take on digital euro, she's been outspoken against the EU's digital monetary solution and said she's a staunch opponent of the digital euro and loves Bitcoin. Bitcoin's easy to love. Once you understand Australian economics instead of Keynesian, see, Keynesian economics says the government knows better or no one else knows better, and government's intervention needs to take place in order for money to be valuable. Austrian economists say, you know what? All along up until 2008, gold is the best form of money. But now, since we have Bitcoin, Bitcoin is the best form of money because it has many properties that gold has, but many additional properties. It's digital. It's for the people. It's pure capitalism. It's Austrian economics that people and the market know better than the governments. And you know what? From what I've seen and what I've heard, that makes a hell of a lot of sense. So good for you, Miss Kotar. Thank you. Hey, and let me know your thoughts. And before you argue with me, just do a little bit of a research. There's a company called Wizer, Yzer, Wizer. They're an app. That you could download it. You could take the little Bitcoin course on there, and they have an Austrian economics versus Keynesian economics section. Go through that. It's easy to learn. It's easy to understand. Once you go through that, I assure you, and you get an understanding of Austrian economics, I assure you, you'll see Bitcoin is a much better alternative to money printing and devaluation of fiat currency. All right, so moving on, let's go to the UK, because sometimes in the UK, people like to smuggle gold bars in their butts in airports. But let's see what happened this week. Bim Atholame has taken the reins on the UK crypto policy as the new economic secretary. King Charles II has approved the appointment of Member of Parliament Bim Atholame. Sounds like a charcuterie board. To the position of Economic Secretary to the Treasury of the United Kingdom. In a November 13th notice, the UK government said Atholame was one of several appointments in restructuring ministers and secretaries. As economic secretary, he will control many policies affecting the adoption of digital assets and central bank digital currencies in the UK. Under UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, former Economic Security Secretary Andrew Griffin promoted policies turning the country into a crypto hub, including the introduction of stablecoins. Griffith has been appointed the next Minister of State in the Department for Science, Innovation, and Technology. Congratulations on your promotion, sir. All right. Self-Regulatory Trade Association, Crypto UK, said it plans to brief Afalami on how crypto could potentially contribute to the UK economy as well as other challenges in the sector. Congratulations on the new job, Mr. Afalami. Be interested to see what you're going to be up to over there in the UK. God bless, good Godspeed. And I'm going to return to Germany because there was something else that happened this week that's pretty important that we should cover. It's Commerzbank. Commerzbank was granted a crypto custody license in Germany. The German bank Commerzbank has been granted a cryptocurrency license. It says it is the first full-service German bank to be granted this license in the country under the legal framework of the German Banking Act. This allows it to offer custody of crypto assets and will enable it to offer further digital asset services. Jorg Oliveri del Castillo de Schultz, Chief Operating Officer of Commerzbank, said that acquiring the license is an important milestone. For this highlights our ongoing commitment to applying the latest technologies and innovations, and it forms the foundation for supporting our customers in the areas of digital assets. Congratulations, Commerzbank. Okay, that's a far cry from what some other banks like Chase Bank did last week overseas, and we're not even going to talk about that. It's good to see banks embracing, Ukraine officials get training on crypto and virtual assets investigation. 14 Ukrainian officials have received advanced training on investigating new age financial crimes in a training course held from November 14 to 17 in Vienna. According to Europe, OSEC, select supervisory and law enforcement officials from Ukraine learned about advanced digital techniques and tools required to investigate financial crimes using virtual assets. OSEC comprises of 57 participating countries from Europe, Asia, and North America that aim to take security-related and other concerns globally. The course was organized by the OSCE Economic and Environmental Activities in partnership with the UN Office on Drugs and Crime. United Nations Office of Drug and Crime, I should say. All right, sounds good. Let's go to Asia. So far, so good. Well, this is a good one because this is an island, Bali. Oh, what a beautiful island in Indonesia. Beaches, all kinds of things. And now there's this new creature that washed up on the shores. It's not a crab. It's not a lobster. It's not an octopus or a giant squid. It's 3AC co-founder Kyle Davies. 3AC co-founder Kyle Davies was spotted in Bali. Here's the guy who took everybody's money and ran off, kind of like the FTX of Asia, or this SBF of Asia. Okay. 3 Arrows Capital co-founder Kyle Davies has reportedly been seen in Bali as he continues to evade authorities over the collapse of the defunct hedge fund. Davies, who has been embroiled in bankruptcy proceedings since the collapse of 3AC in 2022, has already been sentenced to 4 months in jail in Singapore for failing to cooperate with investigations into its bankruptcy. An anonymous source, of course, they're all anonymous, provided Cointelegraph with images that purportedly showed Davies with an unknown woman at the Milk and Madu Cafe in Canggu, Bali, a week ago, almost. Furthermore, separate sources involved with the ongoing bankruptcy proceedings in Singapore have confirmed the 3AC founder is based in the Indonesian province. The images, which have been withheld from publication, of course, bear a stark resemblance to several photographs that Davies has posted online over the past 2 years. The witness claims that Davies looks alive, well, and happy. You need to change that. And attempted to conceal his visage once he suspected he may have been recognized. Well, you need him alive, of course. It's still, you need him well. But the happy part needs to change. It needs to be unhappy. All right. If it's 100% him from the shirt and glasses, first 10, he put glasses on when he felt people recognized him and continued to put on glasses until they left the place. And he's too happy. He lost everybody's money. He gambled it for his own personal benefit, and all his customers lost their money. So should he be happy? Let me know your thoughts on that. Okay, let me know your thoughts. Alive, yeah. Well, different story. Happy? Huh. Yeah. Okay. If you think he deserves to be happy, then I got a bridge to sell you in the middle of the Sahara. But I don't want to hear. You don't want to hear my thoughts on that. I want to hear yours. Okay. Philippines to sell 179 million in tokenized treasury bonds for the very first time. Okay. The Philippines Bureau of the Treasury announced it would offer 10 billion pesos, $179 million of 1-year tokenized treasury bonds for the first time after canceling the traditional auction scheduled for November 20. The Bureau of the Treasury will offer tokenized bonds to institutional buyers at minimum denominations of 10 million pesos with increments of 1 million pesos. The bonds will be valid for 1 year and due in November 2024. The final interest rate will be disclosed on the issuance date. The bonds will be issued by the state-owned Development Bank of the Philippines and the Land Bank of the Philippines. That, and then we will go to South Korea. Democratic Party of South Korea mandates parliamentary candidates disclose their crypto holdings. Sounds like a good idea. Don't end up with anybody like Kyle Davies at 3AC. Democratic Party of Korea, which holds 167 out of 300 seats in the National Assembly, has made it mandatory for prospective candidates to disclose their digital asset holdings before the 2024 general election. According to the local outlet News One, the disclosure will be part of the party's effort to show the high moral standards of its candidates. The chairman of the Democratic Party Strategic Planning Committee, Han Buyang-do, reportedly stated in a closed-door meeting with journalists. We have decided to verify whether candidates have conflicts of interest in virtual assets from the screening stage of the verification committee. In the case of false reports, the party will cancel the person's candidature. However, Buyang-do didn't elaborate on any consequences for holding crypto, because there shouldn't be. It's an asset class. You should hold it, but you should disclose what you have. And somebody like me, I don't have to disclose what I have. I'm a private person. I'm not in the public sphere. If I were running for office, however, and you don't want that, but I might want that someday, I would gladly disclose, hey, I hold this, I hold that, all that. And, full transparency is important. Let me know your thoughts. Those are my thoughts, but let me know yours. Appreciate it. BitGet drops plans to seek crypto license in Hong Kong. Okay. Cryptocurrency trading platform BitGetX has dropped plans to obtain a virtual asset trading platform license in Hong Kong. BitGet officially announced on November 13 that its Hong Kong division BitGetX, accessible via the domain bitgetx.hk, will cease operations by December 13. As BitGet decided not to apply for a VATP license, the firm will have to permanently withdraw from the Hong Kong market. The company has strongly encouraged users to withdraw crypto assets from BitGetX before December 13. After this date, the BitGetX website will no longer be accessible, and you will not be able to manage or access your assets on BitGet. It's kind of like that ghost in The Exorcist, where it says, get your stuff off BitGet. Put it somewhere else. There's plenty of opportunities, plenty of options in Hong Kong, So get it. Yeah, makes sense. All right, we're going to go to the Middle East. Middle East coin Dubai. Why crypto regulator coins? Yes, Dubai's crypto regulator Vara switches leadership as it ramps up operations. Hey, Dubai's dedicated crypto regulator, the Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, is switching leaders as it prepares for the next phase of its ramp up to full-scale market operations in 2023. In a statement, Vara said that its incumbent CEO, Henson Orser, will be replaced by Matthew White, a global advisor who worked several roles at PwC. Vara also explained that Orser will still help the regulator as a consultant. Orser is a former banker who worked at Nomura Holdings. He led Vara in adopting a regulatory regime for the crypto space that took effect earlier in 2023, right after the FTX collapse. Vara said Orser established a specialist regulatory regime during his term. After handing over the position, he will still collaborate with the regulator. All right. Let me know how you think that's going to work out. I think it's going to be just fine. Dubai is a hotbed for crypto. They're very forward thinking. They are the anti Gensler. I think we're all good over there. Then we'll go to Turkey. Turkey, not Thanksgiving Turkey, but the country of Turkey. Next week is Thanksgiving Turkey. If you're in the U.S., happy Thanksgiving in advance. Turkey mulls addressing licensing and taxation and new crypto rules. Turkey is reportedly considering regulations for its crypto market, focusing on licensing and taxation. The aim is to remove the country from the gray list of Financial Action Task Force, as Turkey ranks fourth globally in crypto trading. According to Bora Erdemar, who's a director at Blockchain ST Center, a blockchain technology and research development center, said the upcoming crypto regulation will prioritize implementing specific laws to prevent system abuse. Erdemar added that the regulations may encompass factors such as capital adequacy standards, enhancements in digital security, custody services, and verification of reserves. Turkey also aims to respond to issues highlighted by the Paris-based FATF, which in 2021 included the country in its gray list of nations susceptible to money laundering and other financial crimes. Let me know your thoughts on Turkey and crypto. I think, well, I'll tell you what I know. During the Russian invasion of Ukraine, a lot of the really talented Ukrainian developers went to Turkey. They left. They went to Turkey. So Turkey has a lot of really talented developers, talented traders, talented people who know how to build blockchain. So that's what I know. And I'm sticking to that story. And then we're going to go to Australia. Okay. Australia to impose capital gains tax on wrapped cryptocurrency tokens. The Australian Taxation Office, ATO, has issued guidance on capital gains tax, CGD, treatment for decentralized finance, and wrapping crypto tokens for individuals, clarifying its intent to continue taxing Australians on capital gains when wrapping or unwrapping tokens. Well, that's not cool, man. In May 2022, the ATO outlined crypto capital gains as one of four key focus areas. Building on the initiative, the Australian taxman recently clarified a raft of taxable actions in its jurisdiction. The transfer of crypto assets to an address that the sender does not control or that already holds a balance will be regarded as a taxable CGT event, the ATO said. The capital proceeds for the CGD event are equal to the market value of the property you receive in return for transferring the crypto asset, the ATO added. However, the CGT event will trigger depending on whether the individual recorded a capital gain or loss. A similar approach has been considered for taxing liquidity, pool users, providers, and DeFi interest and rewards. Too much tax. Tell them too much tax. Can't tax every single little thing. If you transfer property to yourself, not taxable. No. Well, they used to in the US, it's not. But over there in Australia, why don't you do a kangaroo tax? I don't know. Sounds like a kangaroo tax to me. But, I'm not Australian, so I can't tell you. I can tell you what sounds right, what sounds wrong, and this sounds like the tax man's is tax happy. But, it is what it is. So, Anyway, I want to thank everybody for listening to this week's episode of The X Factor with the Crypto Hipster. Next week, we'll talk about the decision that did not occur yet today, the time of this recording, which was the decision by the SEC on the Bitcoin ETFs. I'm pretty much sure it's going to be delayed. Question is by how long? They might keep pushing it out, pushing it out, pushing it out. If we are approved today, I will bring you a second show. I'll bring you a special amended episode of the X Factor with the Crypto Hipster, talking about all about how Gary Gensler is an amazing human being. I doubt I'll be doing that, and how he's a leader. Doubt I'll be doing that. How he made the right decision. Well, yeah, of course, that would be the purpose of it. How he's ethical. Nah, I can't see myself doing that. But if approved today, it won't be. I will bring it to you. What else? Housekeeping. We're going to have a Black Friday episode next week. The next Friday is Black Friday. It's the biggest shopping day of the year. We're going to have that. And then the Crypto Hipster is going to be, I'll just save it until I actually do. But there's going to be an event in July where the Crypto Hipster is going to be a sponsor. Crypto Hipster sponsored this event in the past. Sponsor it again. Look forward to being able to do that for you. Anyway, this has been another amazing episode of the X Factor with the Crypto Hipster. Enjoy your week. Have an awesome weekend. Talk to you after Turkey Day. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas.